Hello, ladies, gentlemen, other. Welcome back. How's it going? Lance, just relax, buddy. Could be worse, Jess. Could be worse. Dog smells a bit like skunk, but that's okay. Where was I? I have a mess. And I was in my basement looking for diamonds when the dog got skunked. And so that was yesterday, so I only got to play for about an hour. So we're back in the basement, branch mining, looking for Diamante. And we need to get 30 levels so we can then do a couple of enchantments. I don't enchant very often, so... Oh, God, it's so deep. And I really have not played the game in a number of years, so here we go. There we go. Honestly, this is... a little disappointing that I found nearly nothing. So, how far is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whoa! Not much cake. Hey, Pons, how's it going, bud? Oh, I got like 2 weeks off for Christmas this year. I finally took some holidays for once in my lifetime, and we should definitely do some things. That could be Flays. But I realized I forgot torches. And the problem is right now, currently, I don't have coal to make torches. And it is a sad friggin' day. Hey, Kobe. Oulette. How are you, sir? And I can burn wood. Yeah, I know that. There's a number of things I can do. I went all the way down here for nothing. Typical. All right. Back out of the basement. Let me out. Okay. We need to secure coal. Now, what can be turned into coal? We can make charcoal from wood. That much we do know. No, Lance, stay inside, buddy. Okay. You know, I always want to dig underneath here and see what's in the water. But I think we need to go on a bit of an adventure. Also, I need something that'll burn relatively well. And one of the things you can do to burn relatively well is seaweed. Hey, boy. But I'm nowhere near seaweed, and I'm pretty sure seaweed doesn't grow under ice. So we're going to have to wander in a direction here. Oh, I know what to do. Hang on a sec. In case I get lost. 1 second. Let me see. There. Okay. I just took a screenshot of my coordinates so I can find my way back if I get lost. But this all looks like ice. More larvae. It's okay, Smokey. If you're tired, go to bed, bud. I had a very busy yet productive day. Wait a minute, that looks like... Is that water over there? No, it's more ice. Hey, Jory. Okay. Oh, we're getting to some water now. Mama, no. Is that my seaweed friend? Oh, it might be. It is not. I think I'm going to have to go to somewhere tropical to find seaweed. Pretty vanilla. There's some mods like animations and stuff, but pretty vanilla. I've never beaten Minecraft, so that was the whole point of this series. Oh, I don't think I'll get lost. Well, I'm hoping. I took it, like I said, I took a screenshot of my coordinates, so. Hey, horse. I'm over there somewhere. Quiet, pig. Ooh, look at this. Hey, coal. I could probably use that while I'm wandering about. There we go. I need to get up a few levels anyway, so it doesn't hurt to get a little bit of coal to do that. Because you get experience points for the coal. Oh, there we go. Oh, God, it's everywhere. Well, I'm pretty ADHD, and it's not that I've ever been distracted. It's just that I've usually need someone to play the game with. I'm not great at games like this unless I got a buddy, and I've never really had a buddy long enough to play the game for. But now that I got an audience to watch, it does make it a little bit more interactive, which is nice. Oh, God, I'm never going to find anything I'm looking for here. Ah. Well, yeah, but since I don't trust cake. I could, but I did that once, and I recorded with somebody I didn't know once, and one of my very early streams, and they just said a lot of racist stuff, and I had to shut down the stream, and then I didn't stream again for like 3 years. And so, like, when I first started doing videos, I started streaming. I did everything all at once, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, I can't do that." So I stopped. Yeah, you gotta be. And I didn't know that early on. I thought most people are usually relatively decent people, and for the most part, most people are. But you can't trust that at all, unfortunately. Because the guy I did do it with, he swore up and down he wasn't going to be a problem, and da-da-da-da-da. Look how that turned out, right? So, Oh no, there's a Spido. Oh god, that spider's creepy as all get out. Stop it. Yeah, go away, spider. Well, I don't think I'm going to find anything out here. Yeah, I could get a boat and zoom on the ice. I'm afraid I'll run into something. Now, I'm not afraid of spiders in real life, so the spiders here don't bother me too much. But I'll tell you, when you're not ready for it, oh, look at these guys. You'll give me experience. Come here. Oh, no, you don't. Ow. 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 Mother of pearl. Okay, I gotta run. Zombie. Oh god, creeper! What the hell is going on? Okay, we gotta get back in the house like yesterday. Okay. Run by the zombie. Run by the zombie. Go inside. Get the egg. Lance, stay inside, bud. Okay. Yeah, she did a little bit back in the day. I can't put light on the ice, though. That's the problem. Ha ha ha, you nerds. All right. My shield is very damaged. This poor shield has taken some real abuse. Ah. All right, everybody, burn to death, please. Except for that creeper. There we go. Oh, geez. Hi, creeper. Might have to go out the back door. Hi, buddy. Nice. Thanks. Come on, creeper. Oh, yeah. Come here. Come on. There you go. Let's get you away from that. There you go. There you go. Come on. Thank you. Now that I got a little bit of coal, though, that I found, I can make some torches and get back down to looking for, Lance! Lance! Lance, you gotta come inside, bud. Come on. Oh, what do we got here? Daniel, super $5 or £5. Thank you very much. Lance? Lance! Come on, Lance. You're my only friend. Come here. Come on, bud. There you go. I lied. You're not getting nothing. Here. Eat that. Love me. Love me so much. There we go. Let's put this in here. And that, and this, because I got to reorganize all this at some point, but right now is not the time. Oh, Merry Christmas to you and Happy Holidays or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, whatever you're into. There we go. Boom. 64 torches. Beautiful. Back in Ole. What I like about this, I don't have to touch anything. He'll just go down the ladder all on his own. It's a good time of year. Thank you very much. So we are running a charity to get books and new computers. So if you want to donate, you can scan the QR code, or you can go to the description below. And if you feel like donating, but don't feel pressured. It's not important that you do. What part of the state of America are you from? I am not from the United States. Ah, redstone. I love redstone. It's my favorite. There we go. And then there is a lot of John Bombies out there. I can hear them. It's a nightmare here. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I am not. I'm Canadian, and I live in the Great White North here. I don't think I would ever live in the United States. How to support your channel? We do have a Patreon. You can go look at if you want to. I think it's like $1.99 or something like a month. If you want to do it that way, you can super sticker and just drop a one-time thing. You don't have to do anything at all. If you just want to watch, like, and subscribe, that's great too. There's no need to ever supply anything monetary to my channel if you don't want to. Hey, boink! That is a weird, sexy wolf man thing you got going on there. It's not too cold here. It's only minus 11 Celsius tonight. It's brisk. Like the iced tea. I feel like I'm getting real close to something here that's upset. Something's making a lot of noise here. Just, I don't know when the Mombazoo update comes out. I'm not entirely sure. I was told a rough estimate that I'm supposed to keep to myself, so I'm doing that. I don't think I would want somebody in a sexy way that looked like a dog. I feel like I own 2 dogs and that fur gets on everything. Like I have a lifetime supply of lint rollers because of them. I don't know. I actually just wrapped writing a song today that has been a big request on my channel for a number of years. Because everybody's always bugging me. So I made sure to make a terrible version and sung as badly as possible. And that'll be released on Christmas Day. As my Christmas Day video. Speaking of dogs, I'm getting a dog. It's my first one. I bought it myself. It's a purebred husky. They are very mouthy. It's not a... Oh, Diamonde. Let me just teabag that a little bit. There we go. 1 diamond. That's it. That's all I got. Nothing else. Just 1 diamond. Thanks, guy. Well, one's better than nothing. It only took me 1.5 pickaxes to find it. Yes, I finally wrote the sleep driving song. Usually branch mining is a little more exciting and you find more things, but apparently at this depth, I have found 1 diamond. People kept asking me, why don't you do a sleep driving song? So I did one. And like I said, I made it sure I sung it as terribly as possible so nobody will ever ask me again. Oh, Jess. Jess, they're all loud. Every one of them. Every single one. All it takes is something to set them off. The only difference is some are loud all the time. Others are only loud when something triggers it. Now, you don't have to believe me, but from experience as somebody who's owned 4 different ones over the years, and I know someone who breeds them, and 2 of those weren't even purebred. They are mouthy and stubborn. And don't get me wrong, I think they're great, but there are, get ready for, be prepared. Do you like pygmy goats? Oh, yeah. We're related by genetics. Huskies are good, but they do like being in the cold, so you got to make sure you have somewhere cold to take them from time to time. When I had mine, I used to go get the bags of ice from like the gas station, you know, the big bags, and I would fill a children's pool with them, and then a little bit of water so it didn't just stick to the ground. And then, yeah, I just let them lay around in that. They loved it. They can be very lovable, yes, but they are very, very, very stubborn and will test your patience. They do like a good game of keep away, especially with something they know you really, really like. Don't get me wrong, I got a German short-haired pointer, and they are even more stubborn than a husky, so... Ah! Oh, Diamonde! How are you, baby? Tastes like real Diamonde. Oh, it's more than 1! Oh, it's a whole lot of them. Look at this. Oh, sexy diamonds. Oh, feels so good against my smooth skin. Oh, yeah, that's a good temperature for them. Just make sure they get some cold, you know what? They love it. They love cold. They love the snow. Hell, even my chocolate lab that passed away a couple of years back, she would go outside when it was snowing and just sleep in it. Like, I remember one time when she's only about a year old, put her out in the backyard, it was snowing pretty good, came back and realized she hadn't gotten in the house for a while. So I was like 20 minutes later and went out and I was like, where's the dog? And I thought she's escaped from the yard from time to time. She'd find a way out of the yard. And I was like, what happened to the dog? And so I'm looking and I can't see her. I'm like, crap. So I went around the fence, didn't see any footprints in the snow. So I was like, Where the hell is she? Went to the backyard, yelled for her a couple times, and then she stood up and she'd buried. The snow had fallen so much it buried her in it. Yeah. And none of the dogs, unlike Boink's picture, none of my dogs I've ever had have had a six-pack. Whoa, Diamonde! Shih Tzus are hilarious. Jack Russells are full of piss and vinegar, let me tell you that. They got the energy, man. Oh my God, Diamonde. So much Diamonde. Oh, that's 4 more, man. This is a good run. A good name for a husky? Everyone I had came with the name, and they're all Inuit names. So, just because, you know, the Inuit used a lot of them, or ones that kind of look like them anyway. What's a good name? What's a good name? You want something unique, or you just want a good name? I like to give my animals oddly human names. Like I had Harper, I got Murphy right now. And then this, my German Shorthair Pointer's name is Scout, because I like to name them after authors and stuff. Harper was named after Harper Lee, the author of To Kill a Mockingbird. Scout is the name of one of the kids from To Kill a Mockingbird. Mr. Egghead, super chat for $4.99. Thanks so much, bud. Just don't name him something. The big rule I find is don't name him something that's like popular in the moment. Let me tell you, I know more stupid animals named Khaleesi that I really don't need. You know you're awesome. Who are you talking about? There's so many dogs named Luna. It's like a very super common name for dogs. It's like Bella. Bella's a super common name for dogs. Even more so after the Twilight movies came out. Let me think here. What's a good name for a husky? Sorry, I'm trying to find my soda pop. I know I put it down here somewhere. What about... There it is. Okay. There's some dogs named Dog. Lady's a very common dog name. Nala is a good name for a husky. Storm, if you want to go with more of an English name. I was partial to the name Freya at one point. It is a fairly popular dog name. Like I've had a lot of dogs over the years, and I love them to death. And if you want to do that name, there's nothing wrong with the name. Don't get me wrong, but it is a very common dog name. Hang on a second. I want to look something up real quick. Hang on a second. What about Nanook? See, I always avoid names of like video game characters and popular stuff because eventually that stuff isn't popular anymore. So I usually avoid those things. Oh, what about Kalik or Kalik, depending on how I want to pronounce it. It's up to you, I guess. That means lightning in the Inuit language. Yeah, that's why I name my animals after authors, just because like they stick around. You can name her Suka, which is also Inuit for fast. But if they're slow, that's going to look weird. Oh, it's this guy again. Oh, what about conic? I mean snowflake. Oh, Diamonde! Oh, how's it going, Diamonde? What's going on, bud? Aurora is good, you know, Aurora Borealis and all that. North. You know, you can name her after Kanye West kid. Gus is a good name for a dog, though. And Gus suits a bloodhound. Bloodhounds look like a Gus. Flick? The only Flick I ever knew was from a character from a book called The Sword of Shannara. And his name is Flick Omsford. Omsford? Something like that. He's the brother of the main character. Shea or Shea or something like that. I remember now. Ragnarok is, what do you call that? Viking, right? And the question is, does a Viking name suit a husky? Well, currently, we've got close to $300 raised for Books' new computer. So, I don't know what you guys are donating for, but... That was a joke. I'm not expecting anybody to ever donate. If you know me, I don't care if you donate. We got 15 diamonds while we're down here, bud. I know this is super boring, but it needs to be done. Oh, Rosie's cute. Just name her Betty. Howling Betty. Betty Boops. Oh, look, it sounds like Brian. I made sure that didn't say brain. Thanks for the follow, bud. All right, since everybody's... I'll do y'all a solid. How would you guys like to hear a couple of seconds of my terrible song? Because like I said, it is bad. And it's kind of bad on purpose. I'm not trying to be famous here. Oh no, I can put it on. I got it sitting right in front of me here. It's in a folder on my desktop. All right, let me finish up this line here, and I got to turn off my Christmas music. Or pause it. I'm not going to play the whole thing, because I don't want to give anybody, people getting too excited. Break the friggin' internet. No. Oh, $10 from Eric contributed to Books' new computer. No, but the dog does get mentioned in it. Hang on a sec here. Let me pause the game for a sec. No, I'm not going to play the whole thing. All right, hang on a sec. Let me pause my Christmas music. All right, hang on. See if this works. there you go. That's part of it. I won't get in anymore. But that's coming out on Christmas Day. That's the only preview I'm going to do for it. Because I can. Let me see here. I was bored. I wrote it in like 15 minutes. And I was like, I should do this. And then Books made me do it. Well, Books, I was just going to release it as a blank screen with the lyrics on it just for fun. And Books wants to actually do a music video for it. I think it'll be involving footage from Drive Beyond Horizons, probably mostly, because that's what I'm playing currently. But we'll see. She thinks it needs a music video. But that's going to come out Christmas Day on both my channels because I can. It's like, it's funny because I do the banana part, and when normally that would just be the instruments, but people kind of expect it because it's in the song. So when I normally sing it, so it was just all for fun as a thank you to everybody who did the thing. I actually, believe it or not, can really, really sing when I'm in my range. That one is purposely way outside of it. And the reason being is so nobody ever asks me again. That's my plan. Redstone, redstone, give me your answer due. I need redstone to automate some shoes. I don't know how you do that, but... yeah, it is about to break. It's getting there. I used to have a band. I was the lead singer in a band. Played guitar in a band, too. And, you know what? Back in the old days, when Minecraft first came out, sand was always... if you had sand, there was diamonds around it if you're this deep in the ground. I don't think that's a thing anymore, but it's worth a check. That and you can clear sand out super fast. Jesus, look at all this. Ooh. What? What was that? What kind of songs did we play in our band? Oh, we played a little bit of everything. Our one guitarist was really into like 80s metal, so a few of our songs kind of sounded like 80s metal. And then a couple of us were really into like Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, stuff like that. So we had a bunch of those. Oh, God, this was a silly idea, wasn't it? Okay, here we go. So, like, what's that? Grunge, I guess. People call it shoegaze nowadays, but it's just grunge. Did you hear that noise? That weird noise? That was scary. There we go. Yeah, I just got to dig a little further. I think I'm so close to my 30 levels I need. Well, I'm a big fan of Pearl Jam. I am. Oh, you don't have to keep donating, bud. None of that is ever expected. I do this more as a way to force you people to hang out with me because I don't have any friends. Why has it got to be so scary down here underground? Ooh, larva. Oh! Daniel again with the 5 pounds. Thanks a lot, bud. I appreciate you. It's very kind. I know how tight money can get this time of year, so when people pony up, it's very nice. I think next year... Oh, Monday! Look at this! Oh, my God, sexy. Oh, my God, this is sexier than I am looking in a mirror. There we go. And not even a hint of ego. I think next year, I think my charity is going to be, unless Jacksepticeye brings Thankmas back, I think I'm going to raise money for an animal shelter, I think, because Books is a big fan of animals and likes doing stuff like that. So, but she really does need a new computer really badly. She won't let me just buy her one, so here we are, e-begging. Because she said I couldn't buy her one, but she didn't say I couldn't raise money for one. So I'm exploiting a loophole. My next project I'm eyeing currently is 2 things, and the one is much harder than the other to get a hold of. So I think it's going to be... So let me think. So like, I would like to do an international scout, but they're really hard to find in any condition that's worth salvaging. And the ones that do exist, you can salvage anything, but they're so expensive to fix because it's hard to get parts for them and all that. The other one I'm looking at is a 280Z. Mostly because I currently have an excellent engine for a swap for it. I have the money to salvage most things without too much of a problem. The bigger issue is getting parts for that thing is silly. Like, especially if you got rotten body panels, finding body panels for those things is horrible. Because they don't make a lot of aftermarket ones. Oh, look at this. Rebel RK99, subscribing with the tier 1 subscription. Thank you a lot, bud. Whoa! Paul, $25. What are you, made of money? Jeez. Thank you very much, Paul. It's very kind of you. Oh, that startled the shit out of me. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I gotta pick easier sounds that aren't so hard on my heart. No, I don't beg for money. I make plenty of money at my job, and YouTube makes me enough money. It's just, like I said, Books won't let me. So, and what we're trying to do is get back to a point where we can... Oh, Warbird, thanks for coming a new member, bud. We can get back to having 2 computers so she can be editing while I'm just recording, so we're not waiting for the other one to get done. Oh. Oh, stripping money. I was a stripper once. He used to call me Buck Naked. Oh my God, how far have I come down here? Holy crap. I'm scared. How many Diamondes did we get? We got 23 Diamondes. That is so many. There we go. My favorite car I've owned? Oh, I don't have a favorite. But I've had some that, because it's just so many. Like, I've owned 43, 44 cars at this point. So, like, my 79 F100 Ranger was really just... what was that? What am I hearing? Ooh. What is that? Oh. I like that one. That was nice. Short box. Thunderbird Super Coupe is kind of neat. I had this Chrysler New Yorker with a 318, and that thing, you couldn't keep it running if you begged it and had $1 million. But boy, that car got me around when I when I needed a car, and it was a pleasure to drive. It floated along, but it was a pleasure to drive because didn't have anything to drive at the time. One of my favorite cars was an 1981 Ford Escort I got for next to nothing, and that was my very, very first car. I think that's why I buy a lot of Fords, because that was my very first car. How much money have I raised so far in the actual charity? $319 plus about $100-ish worth of super chats. So some. Oh, it's nighttime again. Ooh. Yeah, those can cost a mint nowadays. It's like I would love to get a Datsun 510, but like good luck. Like the price of those things is stupid. Like people just I kind of welcome in some ways the electrification of stuff because it's so hard nowadays to get cars at all. And anything at a reasonable price is impossible. Who's this? Who's this? What are you doing? What do you come? Oh, you're armored. That's why you're not dying. And then weirdly, some cars that are rare are not stupidly expensive for what they are. Like you can still get a DeLorean in decent shape for $50,000. But like so, which isn't a bad price considering how rare they are. They're not a good car. I used to work on my buddy's S10, so I know a lot about him because it constantly struggled. It struggled. Oh, look how the wool I have. Well, like everything, Cash for Clunkers is a good idea, and then people exploited it and got rid of anything they thought was garbage. And at the time, a lot of those cars weren't really worth that much, and you'd be better off getting clunker money for it, right? Like how many, even like simple cars that today people would love to have, like how many 90s Chevy pickups, like early 90s Chevy pickups, or Fords and Dodges just got trashed because like that's the sad thing, right? That's the saddest part of it. Cash for Clunkers allowed a lot of people to get new cars who had garbage cars. So that's why it's a good idea. You got to remember, like, if you are a car enthusiast, you are a very rare human being. We are not the normal group of people. We are the 1% of that group, right? Like, whoa, look at all the bad guys in there. Like, normal people don't give a crap about a Buick Grand National. Like, nobody, most regular, everyday, normal people don't give a shit. And most people don't care about early 90s Taurus SHOs, which, again, in their own respect, are phenomenal pieces, or phenomenal cars. But nobody cares. It's just a Taurus, an old beat-up car. So, like, you got to remember, whoa, yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. Trying to cause me some heck. So you got to remember, like, enthusiasts are rare. We are not the norm. What the? Some people are like, I can't believe they did that. Well, for most people, that sort of stuff turned out like as a real big bonus for them. An old RX-7, like how old we talk? Oh, an FC. So you're talking like pop-up headlight days. And also, what's nice about the FCs, they're still affordable. Well, none of those are affordable, but compared to the FDs, they're affordable. Oh, look at this. Whoa. Favorite car I've ever driven? That is an impossible question to ask. I can tell you some highlights, though. I love the old Vipers because they just try to kill you the entire time you're driving them. Anything over about 90 miles an hour, and they're the most terrifying things. No traction control, no ABS, nothing. Just pure, I am going to scare the ever-living Jesus out of you the entire time. Oh, a Chevy Nova. Nice. It's like I have a soft spot for Dodge Caravans, old ones, like old ones, like when they first came out. Because when I was a kid, my buddy had about a 15-year-old one. His parents were getting rid of, and he bought it off him for a song, and that was our like get the band around vehicle, and fit all the drums in it and everything. And I have fantastic memories of driving that garbage. Buddy of mine had a 442 that was rusted out so bad it was a Flintstones car practically, and we used to bomb around in that stupid garbage. Oh, that's what I wanted. Perfect. Okay. The home is that way. Ugh. There we go. I'm going to get some of this. Ow! I'm drowning. Okay, how much did I get? 39 should be enough. So, like, and remember, cars are very specific to people and times. Like, I would absolutely kill to have a DeLorean. I know they're crap. I know they're like, 130, 140 horsepower. I know they don't handle worth a shit because the rear end is heavy. And I think like 66% of its weight is over the rear. So it handles like garbage. I know parts are impossible to find. But I would own one in a minute. Depends on the Honda, but Honda makes an excellent car. Like the Civic is a legend, right? Like there's no getting around that fact. I don't personally enjoy them, but that's because I prefer my cars to have rear-wheel drive, given the option. Same reason I don't like, I've driven a couple of the Nissan GTRs, the newer ones, like everybody calls them Godzilla. I've driven a couple times, and the only thing that ever goes through my head when I'm driving them is there's no drama here. There's no excitement to this. It's just fast. And fast is good, and it handles great, and it drives fantastic. And it's like, but it's boring. It's sedate. It's too good. It's not like a Viper had drama, It's going to be slower, especially the older ones than a GTR, but it doesn't have that drama. And I like a little bit of drama, I like things to feel like this might be an awful idea. Like to drive a Viper fast, the older Vipers, the newer ones are fantastic. If you drive an older Viper fast, you have to be able to drive. Nothing's saving your ass. Like nothing is coming to save you in a Viper. You are on your own. And it is going to try everything it can to murder you. And it's a fantastically scary feeling. And you won't push it to the edge of its abilities probably the entire time you own it. But that's okay. Let me get, where's my soda? Honda Civics are great cars. They're always slow. Even the SIs are slow. But they handle well, especially if you get one of the older ones with like the dual wishbone front suspension. But they're front-wheel drive, so I find you can't have as much fun in them. But as for like a performance car, you can get a hell of a lot out of a Honda. Like one of the old DXs or something. Oh, no, you can still have fun with an electric car. Oh, no, I'm fine with getting rid of gas. Because we're going to run out of it anyway. So, like, there's no getting around that fact. So there's, eventually it's going to stop. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. So the idea is, in my mind, is always going to be, well, you can complain about it and say, like, well, that's not fair and I want this and blah, 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 or you adapt, right? Like I saw the other day, who was it? What YouTube channel was that? Someone's developing a kit. And it's for an electric motor to attach to a transmission. Now, they're putting it on a classic Mustang because a Mustang everybody knows, but attaches to the transmission, and it works like an engine, right? It drives transmission. You can shift gears and the whole bit, and it's fast. Like, it's fast. Oh, no, Neeb's Game is ever getting a hold of me. They're actually good at what they do. Yeah, it's true you only live once, but how long you live could be a definite problem. Let's see here. I think I want to... How do I grow this again? Civics have a lot of performance, but they still their front-wheel drive, and they'll always perform worse than rear-wheel drive in the same conditions. It's just a problem with the way they're designed. Yeah, but do I have to I got to put it under water. I know that, but is it dirt that I have to grow it on, or is it water? I got is it sand? I can't remember now. Let me see. Let's just try this. I got to put it here like this. It'll grow on dirt. That's good to know. All right. I think maybe I'll set up a little kelp farm here. I believe, if I remember correctly, let's see if I put it here. I don't think it's silly at all. I think it's for me, it's just always, again, it's always going to be how much can we keep it up for before it becomes a problem, right? We have done, and to say we treated them poorly, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but I'll tell you, from my perspective, we've done nothing but treat them fantastic. They've been around longer than they probably should have been. They're super efficient nowadays. Like, okay, do you want to know a good example? Good example. My engine in my Mustang, my Coyote, in that thing, when it's at its peak performance point, it has, no joke, has 100% volumetric efficiency. We can't do any better with gas engines. Like, you can't do better than 100% volumetric efficiency. It's as well designed in that regard as any engine on the planet. And that's just like where do you go from there? Like where do you go from that point? You know what I mean? Like there's like once you have that, you're kind of like, you know what I need? I need glass. I want to do glass. And I think what I'm going to do is do that. Well, hydrogen is a good stuff, but is a good example of one you can use, but you're going to have to do like, like it needs a ton of research because they just never invested a lot of money. The only person who really did was Toyota. So like it needs a lot of extra research, but hydrogen can be fairly clean. Not as clean as, electric as overall, but, what was I doing? Glass. That's what I wanted. But nobody wants to go to switch to hydrogen. Everybody just wants to keep their gas engines. It's the older crowd that wants to keep it, and people who just don't like change. I can fix an electric motor as easy as I can fix a gasoline motor. There's not that complicated. It's no different. You learn the same way, right? You go and you do it. You learn how to do it, and it's not that big of a deal. It's magnets and copper wire. It's not exactly a science. Now, part of that's because, I got a lot of schooling under my belt, so, you learn the ins and outs. It's like when people come to me and they're like, oh, my God, older cars are so much easier to work on. Bullshit. They're not easier to work on in any way. Like, I've been working on cars my whole life, and one is not easier than the other. It's just different. Oh, yeah, I disconnect the battery every time I work on a car anyway. Can't trust that. For example, I've talked about people this before, but like if you have a car and it's carbureted, for example, and it's running like crap. Whoa! I saw that. Don't you come out here. Cause me trouble. And then you got to start going through things. You're checking your grounds, you're checking all the stuff, you're checking your spark plugs, you're pulling your wires, you do all stuff, people do to check stuff until you find out. You adjust your carburetor, you check the jets, all this, da-da-da-da. And then on my Mustang, for example, I plug in the scanner, it tells me what's wrong, I replace that part, I'm done. So in that regard, it's much easier. I don't like being swept away like that. I like being swept off my feet. So, in some ways, things are a lot easier with a modern car, for sure. And, like a sensor dies, you replace the sensor. And it'll tell you what sensor it's in. It'll be like, yep, this one's not working. You need to fix that. So, like when I started buying modern cars, because, at some point you kind of have to, I learned how to fix them. It's not hard. There's books, there's the internet, it's just not all that difficult for me. And not because I'm special, let me tell you. There we go. People just don't like change. They don't want to I know how to do this. I'd hate to have to learn something else. That's usually more the reason than anything else, I find. And as somebody who works in mental health, I can tell you, I can attest to the fact that change is one of the predominant things that stops people from advancing when they're struggling, is people just don't want to change. Lance, you in here, bud? What are you doing? Oh, good boy. Okay, we'll take that. Yoink. And I'm going to cook some sand there. There we go. Do I have any iron left? Because I used up a lot of my iron last time. Might be somewhere else in the house. Might have to go digging for iron. But like, I'm a car enthusiast, right? Like, I'm not a brand or a particular type of car. I'm a car enthusiast. So it doesn't matter the car. I will enjoy that car. I should probably go dig some up, I guess. The biggest problem, and every car has its issues, like, right? Like, yeah, a lot of people would rather have a hybrid, and I get that too. I don't mind going full electric. It's easy enough to find a charging station nowadays, and some of them have 300, 400, 500 miles of range. And living in Canada, sometimes that's not super true because the cold really affects your batteries. But I'd say my biggest complaint about electric cars has nothing to do with range and stuff, because like I said, they're pretty good nowadays. My biggest complaint is the weight. The weight of them is can be a real issue. Ooh, I don't think so, buddy. Is this copper? Where are we at? Is this copper or iron? This is iron. The weight of electric vehicles is way too much right now, and that's because you're using lithium ion, and that's going to be heavy, and that's even changing too. Well, I live in Canada, and my neighbor has a electric car, and they seem to get along just fine. So I don't see it being a big deal. Like the other night, it was minus 20, and he took that thing to work the next day with very minimal issues. I asked him about it once, and he said on a full charge he gets 320-ish miles of range, and in his freezing cold he gets about 300. So yeah, the cold does affect it, but not like drastically. Yeah, see, sodium ion will be better for that type of stuff, and lighter, and the whole shazam. But this is the point. Like, this stuff is driving tech forward, and that's what I like to see. Look, people, I want Star Trek. All right, I want to go. Hey, let's go to the solar system next door. Like, I want that. I want to do that. Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too. Well, what about the range? The average person in I can't speak for the U.S., the average person in Canada drives less than 20 kilometers to work. Well, yeah, a lot of places go below -1. That's not that cold. That's not all that cold. Oh, look at that. Like right now, sitting right here right now, it's minus 11 Celsius. And the other night it was minus 20 Celsius. Hey, leave your water over there. Don't need that. Oh, iron already. Look at this. And my neighbor's got a Model 3, Tesla Model 3. Well, it's my neighbor 2 houses down. He loves it. He thinks it's great. He's had a few problems with it, but Tesla, right? So, but I think these things get pounded out, and the world will be a better place for it. And it's not like gasoline engines are going anywhere in the next 5 or 10 years. So it's going to be a while before that happens. But I don't yay climate change because the poor animals. Yeah. Well, I'm not very good at Minecraft. That's what I've learned. I have learned that Minecraft I'm not great at. What's my take on the Cybertruck? Interesting vehicle, not a good truck. If you want to call it, I would say the Cybertruck isn't really a truck. It's more of an SUV. And not a very good SUV either. The numbers are there, but in reality and in practice, it really isn't. Well, okay, I'm drowning. Help me. In practice, it's not great. There we go. What do you mean? I've driven further than most have dreamed. Canada's a huge country, man. Driven all over the place. I once drove out, a number of years ago, I drove out to British Columbia, out on the west coast. And the road I took, by the time I was done, was a little over 5,000 kilometers. Yeah, 15 degrees isn't that cold. It's chilly. Whoa! What the heck is that? This whole place is just friggin' terrifying. And don't get me wrong, 15 degrees is cold enough, but it's not like, cold. Oh, look at this again. That's what I need. Why do you keep saying what part of America you're in? Nobody in the United States, other than Alaska, lives any place colder than I do right now. Like, nobody. That's just a physical impossibility. Now, places at times get a bit colder here and there, and, like Montana can get kind of cold in the winter, but, like I've regularly in winters seen minus 35, 40 degrees Celsius. Give me another. Like I said, I know cold weather. I can do cold. I can't attest to what, like, the desert, like people get 50, 55 degrees, 60 degrees Celsius. I can't attest to what that's like. But I know I can tell you what minus 35 and 40 degrees Celsius feel like. I can tell you what the cold feels like when it's so cold that you can't breathe. Like you go outside and when you go to breathe, your body just won't let you. Like you kind of go, because you can't breathe all the way in. Your body just won't let you. I can tell you how cold it is when my my mustache hairs will freeze because I breathe through my nose and the moisture coming out freezes instantly. Or the nose hairs inside my nose freeze when I breathe deep. And that's not even that cold. Ah, I'm drowning again. It doesn't even take much cold to do that. Ah! Douche canoe. God, I'm down on these again. Yeah, it feels like it does. Oh, look at you, buddy. It feels like the air, like you just can't catch a breath. But on some of those days, I've been out snowmobiling. I haven't watched the new season of Stranger Things because I'm sick and tired of waiting 2 years between episodes. I'll watch it eventually, but I haven't got around to it yet. Is it any good? Has anybody watched it yet? Don't give it away to me. I don't want to know, but... Oh, good. I'll check it out for sure. I will. I'm just mad at him right now. I'm actually watching a show on Apple TV called Pluribus, I think it's called. I'm enjoying it. I like Alien. Do you know they don't make good alien invasion movies anymore? They don't. It makes me so upset. His lap is... Oh, God! Jesus Christ! That startled the shit out of me. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Stop that. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to watch that one too. That was one of the ones I wanted to see on Apple. Looks funny, this sentient android or whatever he is. And I'm not a big TV guy, but sometimes like I like watching my hockey. You know, I'm a hockey guy. Baseball, because I used to play semi-pro baseball back in the day. I do not follow someone called Post 10. Not that I'm aware of. Well, it was nice to see another Independence Day movie, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it was not the greatest movie. That is for sure. Ooh. Why you gotta be like this, game? Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta treat me like this? Where are you from, Daniel? There we go. Lance, you're not going outside, bud. Well, it depends, Nizno. I actually really enjoy... No, I don't want to do that. What am I doing with that? Stop that. I really, 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 really enjoyed, and it wasn't a good movie. It was a good action movie. Battle Los Angeles. You seem to be under the impression, Daniel, that the United States is colder than Canada. Which I can assure you, most assuredly, is not true. It can get cold there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not cold. I'm just saying I can assure you that Canada gets colder. It's not a frozen hellscape, but it can get cold. Ah. Excuse me. It definitely can get cold. I'll tell you that. What does Post 10 talk about? Like, what's his deal? And while we're waiting, there we go. Well, getting into the negatives in Arizona. Let me just check something. Yeah, so like what's negative 40 Celsius? What is that, like negative 40 Fahrenheit? I think. And like I said, we routinely see temperatures like that in the wintertime. And then you get your wind chill. But in the summer, it can get like 30 to 40 degrees Celsius. So the swing is enormous. And we got a lot of humidity, which doesn't help anything. Gotta hate humidity. Ah, there we go. Let's say we're going to need 8 of these, I believe. $24. Yeah, we can figure it out. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. See, but, you know, I find that Americans feel like they do everything different. That, like, their stuff. It's like I saw a girl once claim, they're like, well, the UK is cold, and it's way colder in the UK than everywhere else. Or no, hot. It's way hotter in the UK than everywhere else. I'm like, UK can get hot, sure. Like, I've seen like plus 30 in the UK, but, you know, it's like you can get like 55 degrees in the desert, like Celsius. Like, that's real cold. What? Okay, buddy, we don't need your crap right now. What are you doing? What are you going around here for? Oh yeah, we'll have a white Christmas. We've had green Christmases too, though. Like, it's not a. Dude, don't do that right now. Why do I only have 21? I thought I got 24. You son of a bitch. God. Yeah, Finland and stuff is more akin to what we go through, stuff like that. You know, Russia, similar weather like that. There we go. Nice. Now, I want an observer. Such a grumpy Gus. Look at him. Oh, observers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, Fiddlebutts. I've seen Interstellar. It's a good movie. Sundays for picking stones. Oh, I see somebody's a connoisseur of Canadian television. I'm going to get rid of this just for a moment so I have a little space in my inventory. We have to go on a bit of an adventure right now. So let's drop all of it, actually, because we don't want to lose it. Keep that, drop that, do, and do. All right, bring this, bring the bucket. What's about climate control? I think something's wrong with Daniel. Oh yeah, I might. My old F-150 I had a 97, had 500,000 kilometers on it. It would start at that temperature, no problem. I don't like the idea of that Archer, and I don't like... I'm going to go in here for a second. Mr. Sound guy. Don't care about the gold right now. Whoa. Nope, that's not falling out. God, I want some of that stuff, but... Oh, well, hell screams. That's fun. I love it when the hell screams happen. Oh, here's some. Don't think My Summer's Car is getting very many more updates. My winter car will be out soon. Ugh. The key to a cold start is if it's a diesel, plug your diesel in at night. And if it's not, if it's a gasoline engine, get a battery with a lot of cold cranking amps. Should do all right in the winter. What usually, I liked Pacific Drive quite a bit. It was a good game. Well, there's just nothing left to add to it. He's bringing out a new game. He's bringing out My Winter Car. So he just doesn't feel the need to put out too many more updates, other than a few fixes and tiny little things here and there. Don't need that. I need this. Poof. There we go. Let's see here. Start at the beginning. What was the other game you used to play like Cinema to My Summer Car? I don't know what game that was. Wait a minute, is he in my house? Enderman, are you up here? Stay out my house, bud. Jeez. Oh. Oh, do you got corroded terminals? Or did the connectors get they suffer more of the problem? Because dissimilar metals will do that, right? So like, dude, what are you doing down here? What are you doing? Why are you in my basement? I don't know why you're in here, buddy. There's no reason for you to be in here. There we go. Jalopy. Jalopy was good. I like jalopy. Okay. Oh, no, that's not good. Let's just do this as a temporary thing, and then we're going to go like this. There we go. Now I can just get rid of that. Ta-da! They look into your soul. Oh, look at this. Look what he did. He pulled out my wall hole. Look, Mr. Enderman. Where'd you go? I used to have I've had a couple cars that wouldn't start in cold temperatures, but I knew what the problem was. What part of the problem with the cold engine start is if you got really, really bad injectors or a terrible carburetor that needs a rebuild, or in my case, it was really, really bad spark plugs. What was that? Oh, Daniel, another 5 pounds. Thank you very much. Oh, I should play SnowRunner. Then I should get some light back here before the zombies show up. There. It's very appreciated, Daniel. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, yeah, I got the glass. What I want to do is figure out how I want to wire this up with the redstone. Oh yeah, good point. I think I can kind of scam the system here a little bit, maybe. Possibly. But I don't know if this is going to work, so we're going to figure this out. This only works when you don't have redstone beside each other, I think. And, or maybe it only works on bedrock. I get confused about my redstone sometimes. There we go. That works. Yep, I've watched Vice Garage a bunch of times. That stupid guy. I hear you, buddy. I just want a way to get back there when I need to, so I'm going to do this. I guess that's not going to work either, but we'll figure it out here in a second. If I need to get back here, I want to be able to get back here, so... There we go. And then... Oh no. Give me that. Okay. Oh, that's still too dark right there. Let's try that. Now that'll let it do everything it needs to do. Once I get the water in it. But I'm going to have to place water down in here, so... I don't think I've ever told a Christmas joke before. Yeah. Oh no. There we go. Nothing's pushing me around. Nice. Okay. Now, flood the basement. I'm trying not to flood the basement. I just need a bit of water right now. Where's that spider? Oh my god, wrong things here. I was going to play The Outer Worlds 2 tonight, but I didn't get around to that. I would love to play SnowRunner. It's a great game for this type of year. Time of year, I should say. Maybe I should make an unlimited source here. Oh no, I already got Christmas Day planned out. I'm releasing my my sleep driving song on Christmas. SnowRunner's good, and then I was hoping it'd be more about being in the snow because I'm used to that. Yeah, there's water everywhere. Okay, I might have to take these down temporarily. Or get above them, but that's my floor. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm going to plug up this hole here. Oh, here we go. Put that there, and then I'm going to grab... How did I grab water before, and now I can't grab water? Safe driving's scary. They might. I think I'm going to have to do it like this. Oh, no, know what I'm going to have to do? Hang on. I am going to have to do this. All right, now I'm going to put this up here like this. And that. I think this might be okay. We'll put it like this. There, now I got to fill this in. Actually, that might work fine like that. Then I should be able to just boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Now, What I should be able to do... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hopper out. But that dude is he's upstairs in my house just friggin' causing trouble. I friggin' know it. Oh, currently I am just working on a machine. I'm just gonna put one of these down here just so I got it for a moment. There we go. And oh, we're gonna need some iron, aren't we? What up, Mayo? It's good to see you, bud. Forgot this. Boop, doo 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 doo. Boop. I'm gonna get two. Gonna get two. Gonna get two hoppers, baby. Okay. Gonna do this. Whoops, might have to go upstairs. Rip that Enderman's pearls. The last time I fought an Enderman, I just about died. There. Have a good one, Egg. It's good to have you out, bud. Now, I want... What is that? I need a furnace and then wood. That's easy enough. Okay. There we go. Get the smoker out. Smoker can go there. Forgot. That can go like that. That'll get fed into there. Hopper, boom, 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 boom. And then... Okay, that's not what I wanted, bud, but sure. Okay, there we go. Boom. And then bloop, and one of these. Boom. So now... If I put that in there, I need more light to grow these, I think. Possibly. Well, here's what's supposed to happen, whether or not it will. So these will grow up. Those little observers will go, whoa, you grew up, you sons of bitches. And it hits them and knocks them off, at which point they slide down here into this hopper, go into that hopper, drop into the smoker, they smoke, they come out as dried kelp. So if I throw a piece of kelp in there, these will come out as dry kelp. As you can see. Now, with enough dried kelp, and I do need... more of it than I got, but Excuse me. Woo! Okay. I believe I need 9 dried kelp. And I'll show you why I want it. I'm going to save some of these in case they die on me here. Okay, I got to go deal with that guy. Everybody's right about that. I got to go deal with that stupid... Here we go. So I'm going to take that out of there for a minute. So now that you have 9 dried kelp, you can make one of these, which can be used as fuel in there. So this negates me needing to go find a bunch of charcoal. It is currently the 15th. But unfortunately, I do got to go because I got to go let the dogs out. I got to go have a pee and I got to get a bit of sleep. But first, we're dealing with that stupid Enderman here. If he's in my house, he's getting slapped in the nuts. Okay, here we go. Oh no. Oh God. Whoops. You douche nozzle. How did you not die? Oh my God. Where's my helmet? There it is. Die! There we go. Oh, it's very nice here, Daniel. Oh! A lot of noise coming out of that guy. Jeez. He's dead now. Don't have to worry about him anymore. All right, yes, I'm going to go. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys showing up. I know it was only a couple hours. I'll be streaming more over the holidays, so I'll see you then. You guys have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.